Yiggity, and we are back. And we got Nancy Grace and Officer Race Batum can't stand them Tatum. And here they go again, debating back over for this Nolan Wells situation. Now, we already know what side Cuz on. It has been shown that after the pressure is being put on, Nancy Grace is kind of changing her tune a little bit, but we shall see. I am Jay Lava. I scour the internet so that you don't have to. And we're finna get into this interview. You dig? Let's do it.
I don't think they've cooperated at all. They do not have Nolan's phone. They haven't had access to Nolan's phone. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department has it. So how can you say that there's text missing or there's photographs missing? Our boys had no reason to do anything with Nolan's phone other than give it back to Christine and her friends later that night. So anything about missing text messages or Snapchats is completely false.
Big question. That is Tyler Cox representing the so-called friends of Nolan on Horn Island. And if he's claiming that no one see the phone, how does he know that something's not missing?
Exactly.
So that's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Let's hear that one more time from our friend Dan Abrams.
I don't think they've cooperated at all. They do not have Nolan's phone. They haven't had access to Nolan's phone. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department has it. So how can you say that there's text missing or there's photographs missing? Our boys had no reason to do anything with Nolan's phone other than give it back to Christine and her friends later that night. So anything about missing text messages or Snapchats is completely false.
That's a veteran trial lawyer. That is Tyler Cox. He's representing the young men that were on the boat that took Nolan to Horn Island and came back without Nolan, according to them. Joining me in all-star panel, I'm not saying Cox is right or wrong, but what I am saying out to Brandon Tatum. Tatum, former police officer, Tucson, star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube. He has interviewed Nolan's acquaintances that were on the boat that day. Officer Tatum, thank you for being with us. Let me talk about this one moment. We've got so much to get to. I'm going to try to be brief. Tyler Cox stating, I don't think they cooperated at all. I think he's talking about Nolan's family. They, I guess, the sheriff's office, haven't had access to Nolan's phone. Well, can't they subpoena that? It's called a subpoena ducis tecum. You're familiar with those. You've testified in court. A subpoena ducis tecum is, we hear about subpoenas for testimony. I've been subpoenaed. Yes, go to court and tell the truth. A subpoena ducis tecum is for an item, an object, a document. The sheriff can give out a subpoena ducis tecum or get a warrant for an object. So, you don't have it? Fine, get it. Next. So how can you say I'm quoting, how can you say there's no text message or photo, as a text message or photos missing? Our boys had no reason to do anything with Nolan's phone other than give it back. So seeing anything about missing texts or Snapchats completely false. Well, according to the mom, Officer Tatum, she says that there was nothing sent out while Nolan was at Horn Island, which she found very odd. I have no reason to disbelieve her. So how can you say there were missing or there weren't missing? I don't think you can say it either way. Why don't they just get a search warrant and go get the phone? You know what? Forget all that. Officer Tatum, where is Nolan's phone? Do authorities have it?
Well, from my understanding, authorities do not have it, and the family have not been cooperating with authorities to give the phone over. According to the testimony or written statement from the lawyer that represents the family, the Nolan Wells family. He had made mention that he's prepared to cooperate, but they have not cooperated yet, which is very interesting to me. You want to find out what happened to your son. You would think you will be doing everything you can to cooperate. I can't judge her. I don't know what's in their mind, but it just seems to be very
You're doing a lot of judging
for them not to at least give the phone over and do what exactly they told the world they were going to do. And that is to allow a forensic extraction of his phone. Therefore, the world can see if there is things that have been deleted. I think Tyler Cox is very clear about what he's saying, that the boys had nothing to do with it. So if there is anything missing from the phone, it had nothing to do with them. Now, I'll add this. When you look at what Christine said.
Brandon, whoa, I'm going to go right back to what you're saying, but you're saying a lot, and I want to address each thing so we don't leave anything out.
What is ad spin?
Number one, you just stated that, basically. Correct me, you can paraphrase this any way you want to. It looks really bad for Nolan's family not to hand over the phone. Do you have any independent knowledge they have not handed over the phone?
According to their lawyer that wrote a statement, and the statement was, we're prepared to cooperate, but that was as of the 11th. Therefore, they have not cooperated. Tyler Cox has made mention that he don't believe they cooperated whatsoever. He don't believe they cooperated whatsoever as well. So
extrapolating. You're taking the words, Tatum, that their words that they're prepared to cooperate to mean they haven't handed over the phone. Isn't that true?
I'm putting everything together, right? We have Tyler Cox that's coming out and saying that he has no indication whatsoever they've cooperated. The family has not come out and said that there's any findings. And then also the attorney that represents the family is saying that we haven't sent or gave the phone over, but we're willing to. And that was as of the 11th.
No,
so it appears that there's no indication that.
Brandon, you may very well be a lot smarter than me, but I can hear. Okay. The statement was, we're prepared to cooperate, I guess from Crump. That does not mean we have not handed over the phone, but we will.
Well, Nancy, when you put it all, you have to put the totality of circumstance together. I'm not there to be in the room with the investigators to determine, but I'm just going off of what knowledge we have and that's been given to us that's available. And what Tyler Cox is saying, and I'm taking him at his word, he's saying that there's no indication that they've cooperated. The lawyers that represent the family is saying we're prepared, but they did not say that they've cooperated whatsoever. So I'm looking at the statements that are produced, and all of the statements indicate that there has not been a cooperation with the phone being extracted from investigators. Therefore, there is no true determination that things were missing from the phone.
Or am I, Mr.
Well, we have no other. We have no other. We have nothing else to go off of.
We're prepared to cooperate. For all I know, that means we'll come in for questioning. We'll let you search his belongings. It
Nancy,
can mean anything. That does not equal we have not handed over the phone. But hey, you know what?
Nancy, it's been weeks.
You say tomato, I say tomato, because it kind of doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Actually, I'll let an expert tell us why it doesn't matter. To Heather Barnhart joining us, digital forensics expert with Celebrite. We learned all about Celebrite during the Alex Murdaugh trial. That's how we got everything off of his dead, murdered son's phone. And the SANS Institute, SANS. She is one of the preeminent digital forensic experts in the country. She helped crack the Brian Kohberger case, and she is co-author of Practical Mobile Forensics, now in its 4th edition. That means that many people have used it. Heather, thank you for being with us. If the phone, I don't care where it is. Okay, actually, I do care where it is. I want to know that it's been handed over. I don't have to have the phone to know what's on the phone if it's in the cloud. It looks like an iPhone to me. So my argument with Officer Tatum is academic. It doesn't matter if I can get it from the cloud. So Nolan's phone missing. So what? I can download it. I can get it.
Data will exist in the cloud if he's syncing to iCloud and third-party applications. However, having physical access to the phone is where the databases exist that will have the truth on deletion. So you really need to get a full file system extraction of his phone as quickly as possible. So if it's not handed over to authorities now, it needs to be, because this was over a month ago now.
Do you have to have the phone to do the extraction? What about the cloud?
Cloud data is different, and there's a lot of information there. There could be unique information in the cloud that's been removed from the phone, if anything was removed, but it's best to have both cloud and the phone to paint the entire pattern of behavior and to see the truth.
Heather Barnhart, please don't move. Back to Officer Tatum joining us. Tatum, obviously, we want the phone. I think you can download it from the cloud, but she's the expert. She's saying it would help to have the phone. So don't you understand why? And I'm not saying this is true. I don't know that it's true. I don't know that CETO call is real or fake. I don't know. It's murky. Tatum, when I would try cases, especially complicated cases, I would start out the trial with a big jar full of water and silt. And I had it sitting big on my counsel table day one, right beside my Bible. And in closing arguments, the first thing I would do when I started closing arguments, I'd take that jar and shake it. And it would get very murky. You couldn't see anything. And I'd sit it down on my counsel table and argument would commence. And by the time I had gone through all the evidence, I'd go over to my table, pick it up and say, see, it's not muddy anymore. It's crystal clear what happened. My point is, we don't know. So all the haters attacking you, attacking me, attacking the cops, attacking the friends, attacking Nolan's mother, for Pete's sake, we don't know. It's unjustified. Now, to my question. Don't you understand why people are suspicious? Because Nolan's separated from his phone, which no teen does. I get it, why he didn't have it in the water. I get that. I dive, I swim. I just went swimming with the dolphins with my twins. And yes, my phone was on the boat. But then I got it. I didn't let the boat take off without it. So at least you can admit that's why people are curious. I'm curious.
Nancy, I think it's because people are out putting out misinformation and they don't have the totality of circumstances because they haven't heard from the boys, didn't watch the interview and all of this stuff, and they feel that it's convoluted. It's very straightforward to me and very clear in many areas that the boys are saying they did not have access. Christine, Nolan's mother, is not saying unequivocally that things were deleted. She was surprised that things were not present. Therefore, she insinuated that things may have been deleted. But she did not really say that the phone was deleted. And the fact that they did not communicate with both sides, meaning that I wish that the Nolan Wells family would have communicated with these boys instead of me, would have talked to their lawyers instead of me, then therefore they could have gotten a good perspective. The boys made mention in the interview that I did with them that they told Christine, Nolan's mother, that they had his phone and his keys in their possession. Therefore, she came to get them. They turned them over. They have no access to his codes. They have no reason to delete his phone. They're claiming there's nothing that was deleted. They gave a fair explanation as to why he left the phone on the boat. Nolan wasn't the only individual to leave the phone on the boat. He wasn't the only black person to leave the phone on the boat. So that, to me, dispels the racial component. He was with them. Multiple boats came out. Traditionally, if you don't leave on a boat you came on, you can leave on another boat. They're all going to the same location. So it's not that bizarre that he left his phone. The phone was returned to Nolan. These are best friends of Nolan. They hang out almost every day.
Hold on just a sec.
He spent the night over their house.
I appreciate everything you're saying, but now we're getting to another topic. I hear you, but Tatum, the boat, has the boat been searched by cadaver dogs and scent dogs?
The boat, from my understanding, has not been searched, and the cadaver dogs were made available for Benjamin Crump to utilize them to do a search on the boat. They refused.
No. Crump is not supposed to use the dogs.
There is no reason to
blaming
search
everything on Crump.
Right.
Listen, Nancy, there's no reason if there's not any evidence of a murder, there's no reason for them to use the cadaver dog. That's how this works.
True.
There's none of these individuals they do not have any expectation that there was any murder that occurred. It's just other people are putting that out to the world. The police department is not investigating the murder. These boys are not suspects.
I agree they're not suspects. They're not persons of interest. They're not suspects. They haven't been charged. But
to believe after interviewing 60 people that he was ever on the boat.
The search of the Triton, the Triton.
It's not
his boat.
Ordering it. He's not ordering it. The cadaver dogs were made available if he wanted to. No. They made themselves, availed themselves to him and said, would you like us to search the boat for you?
You just said that about Nolan Wells' mom. Now you said, I almost hate to do this to you. Almost. Tatum, you just said when Crump says we're available and ready, you meant, well, that's no, they haven't handed over the boat. But now you're saying the friends say our boat's available and ready, and I'm not going to tear you a new one because the law enforcement is the one that needs to go and search the boat.
Nancy,
it ain't rocket science.
The people who had questions about this, because it's definitely not law enforcement, it was Benjamin Crump. They wanted to get to the bottom. They don't trust law enforcement.
There's not a grand jury? This isn't going to grand jury?
I'm saying initially before grand jury.
Because if it's going to grand jury, then there are questions.
Initially before grand jury, when this first started, and Benjamin Crump brought up all of these questions, and they availed themselves to him and said, would you like for us to search the boat? We'll grant the cadaver dogs for you to go and look at the boat. And he refused. And this is why I'm saying it does not appear.
Give authority to search the boat.
He can. The boys are cooperating.
I want you to run over to Tatum's house and sniff the hell out of it, because it's
I would
your
say,
house.
come on over. I would say, no. I said, come on over. The cadaver dogs are made available, but then Benjamin Crump said, well, we don't want it. That's the problem here.
Wait a minute.
They are not pursuing like they claim they are.
Say, here's our boat. Come search it. Did the families offer the boat up to search?
They offered boat, phones, whatever investigators needed, whatever the family needed, they made it available. The family did not pursue any avenue to connect with the boys on any level. The boat, to talk about timeline, to communicate with parents, to communicate with lawyers. They have done nothing. And then now we find out that they haven't even given the phone over to law enforcement so they can do an extraction or a forensic investigation.
Well, stop.
That they can see.
You know what? I respect you, but I'm going to have to cut your mic because we have to be clear about something. Hold on. Philip Dubé joining me. He is a veteran trial lawyer, a defense lawyer. He's joining me out of LA. He practices criminal and constitutional law. Dubé, I don't want to hear either a prosecution or a defense side. A citizen cannot force a search on somebody else's boat. So Crump or Mrs. or Nolan's mother, they cannot force a cadaver dog or a scent dog search on the Triton. Law enforcement needs to bring out a cadaver dog and a scent dog. It's just real simple. It's not hard. Do you agree? They are the ones with authority to do that.
Of course. A lot of these thought leaders and crusaders, the thought leaders and the crusaders can all request it and make sure that there's an in-depth, thorough investigation, but they cannot physically and personally initiate it or enforce all the procedures that are necessary to get that underway. One thing they can do, though, is go to the DA's office and ask that it be included as part of the grand jury investigation. Because believe me, Nancy, a grand jury starts investigating and wants all of these materials, including access to the boat, access to the cell phone, it's going to happen. Otherwise, they will suffer the pains of contempt of the grand jury.
Dubé, my point is, Crump, nor Nolan's mother, nor anybody on their team can issue a subpoena or a directive or give permission for somebody else's boat to be searched. So when that was put to Crump, he doesn't have the authority to do that. He's a lawyer. He knows that. And it's not the friend's prerogative either. It's law enforcement needs to go do it. I can't come search your home. That would be trespass.
Correct.
Law
Even if he's
enforcement
the
has to do it. That's a yes, no. I don't need a legal discourse.
Straight up.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. Please join us on Crime Stories and stream it for Brandon Tatum. He's the star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube. So, Officer Tatum, let me understand. I don't know, and I don't think you know where Nolan Wells' phone is. The family may have it, or it may have been seized or handed over to law enforcement. And if it hasn't, then they, law enforcement, need to issue a warrant for it. It's really not hard. You've executed warrants before, I'm sure. So have I.
Well, you're going to have a reason to get a warrant. And if it's a criminal investigation and they believe that they can find evidence of a crime, if they had access to his phone, I could see them getting a warrant to extract his phone outside of the parent's will. But if you're looking at a potential drowning and there's no criminal element involved, and the parents are refusing to give over the phone, they don't believe it's any material evidence there. No, I'm saying this is what the law enforcement agency.
These questions anymore.
Nancy,
I'm
this is
not
what the
saying
law.
they're
I'm giving you a law enforcement perspective.
Nobody said Nolan. You know what? We're really chasing our tails here. We don't know that Nolan's family has refused to hand over the phone. My simple question to you is, law enforcement, if they want the phone, get a warrant for the phone. Go get the phone. Or
Nancy,
communicate to the family, give me the phone.
Nancy, there could be two things afoot. I'm not a part of the investigation, but I can see if they haven't gotten the phone yet, it's because they don't need the phone and they don't want the phone. It's not there of evidentiary value if there is no suspect here. If it was a drowning and there's indications of a drowning, they may not need it, Nancy, so they're not going to go get it. If they need it, they would have already had it a month ago.
Stop. Okay. Brandon Tatum, are you a medical examiner?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Because what I have been told, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't smile at me. It's not working.
I'm trying.
From what I understand, let's go to the expert. Joe Scott Morgan is joining me, Joseph Scott Morgan, Professor of Forensics, Jacksonville State University, world-class criminal program, author of Blood Beneath My Feet on YouTube, star of a hit series, Body Bags with Joe Scott Morgan, death investigator, over 10,000 death investigations under his belt. Joe Scott, it's my understanding, correct me if you know differently, or Susan Hendricks, Dave Mack, jump in, please, feet first. Both medical examiners have stated to the effect, one says, undetermined now, because we're waiting on, I think, toxicology. We don't know the answer. The second one has said, undetermined cause of death. That's a yes, no. Isn't that true? We don't have a cause of death yet.
That has been made public. No. They said last week.
So
Hang on.
Tatum,
they said last week. They said last week that the autopsy report is complete, which means they have tox, histo, and they've probably got a cause of death.
Okay, but we don't have the cause of death.
We don't. It has not been released yet.
And the second examiner said undetermined.
Yeah, because he didn't have any organs to examine.
Exactly. Officer Tatum, you keep saying it was a drowning. I have responded, are you a medical examiner? You said no. So, how do you know what happened other than what you've been told? I don't know what happened.
Nancy,
I don't know if he was hit on the head. I don't know if he got drunk and drowned. I don't know. So how do you know?
Nancy, I have to push back on you on this. I did not say it was a drowning. I gave you two options. I said the police could be investigating a crime, and if they're investigating a crime and they have suspects and they need evidence, they will extract the phone with a search warrant against the family's will. If they do not believe that they're investigating a crime that's been committed and it is a drowning, according to them, they may not need the phone. So they're not gonna do a warrant to extract the phone against the family's will. So that's all I'm saying, Nancy. I did not say I know for a fact whichever way it went. I really don't know, and nobody knows except for the people that are investigating.
I heard you.
No, I just made mention that they may be investigating it as a drowning. The initial findings, or at least the
Are you
initial
going to
report
make
that came
mommy
out.
do a playback? Am I going to have to do a
I did,
playback?
Nancy, I did not say that it was a drowning. I said that they could have investigated as a drowning or as a suspect
Okay.
involved in a murder, and that's why they would do certain things and not do others.
My point is, Tatum, we don't know the answer, and this is an investigation to find out what happened. And when you have an investigation, you subpoena documents, items, testimony. There's a grand jury set. That means there is an investigation. You know what a grand jury is, right? They investigate. They have two tasks. One, as an investigation arm. Two, as a charging arm. In both cases, they gather evidence. If they find out this was an accidental drowning, so be it. If they find out he had help getting drowned, so be it. Our point here, and with this, I think you agree, is not to harm anyone's reputation, bury somebody unwarrantedly, name the wrong person. I'm not naming anybody. I want to know what happened to Nolan. I don't understand why so many people are upset about that. And speaking of drowning, I'm actually glad you brought that up, Tatum. To Joe Scott Morgan, death investigator, it could be that he did drown, but that does not rule out foul play. It doesn't rule it in. It doesn't rule it out. Explain.
Yeah, you're correct. I mean, drowning, just so you understand, if somebody, say for instance, has a head injury, right, and they fall into a body of water, all right, that can lead to drowning, right? Because they might still be unconscious but capable of breathing. And of course, if you're in a water environment, you're going to be taking on water. I've worked cases where water has actually been weaponized as a means to take someone's life. But I've also worked, Nancy, a lot of cases involving accidental drownings where people fall over the side of boats. I've even had homeless guys that have passed out face down in mud puddles and have drowned. You never can predict, how any of this is going to happen. All we can do in the morgue, the medical legal community, is assess what we see at that moment in time. When we're trying to look at the lungs, we're trying to look actually at the inner ear. That's one of the areas that we go to with drowning. And we try to assess the brain as well, because you can have the brain begin to swell in these certain circumstances. So there is a huge recipe that goes into this when you're trying to do a fatal diagnosis here. When you're trying to come up and make this assessment, you want to do it necessarily. I think it's best you try to do this independent of maybe what the police are saying, what friends are saying. You objectively look at the science of what's before you, and then after that, you go back in and factor in some of the circumstantial information.
You're seeing video given to us by Officer Tatum's show. Look at all the people out there. Speaking of witnesses, Joe Scott, you dead on. Thanks, Tatum. Because you know what? Somebody saw something, somebody knows something, and they are not coughing it up. And we're going to keep on until they do. Now, speaking of the friends, as you call them, I have no reason to believe them or disbelieve them. This is what you told me earlier. Back to Officer Tatum, star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube. Have the friends taken polygraphs?
Well, from my understanding, all but I believe one took a polygraph, and from what was told to me, that they all passed. And all of the ones that took a polygraph took one without a lawyer. And they cooperated with law enforcement. So from my understanding, everybody took a polygraph test. Why do you say that's from what you
understand? Did they tell you they took a poly and passed?
Yes, ma'am. They told me that they did it. I wasn't there. So that's what I'm saying from my understanding. They told me that all the boys except for one, which is Warren, I believe, took a polygraph test. All of them did not have lawyers and did it and cooperated with police. Warren also cooperated police. I just believe he didn't take a lot to take the test, but Warren is the young man that I interviewed. So according to what they told me, they all took a lie detector test and passed. And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's not a traditional lie detector test, but it's the same theology of trying to get to if a person is lying. I don't know the name of it. It's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's a different methodology. I don't believe it was a polygraph test. I believe they took other stressors in order to analyze if the people were telling the truth or not.
Did they take a polygraph would be no. Officer Tatum, number one, they did not take polys. Number two, Warren, as you refer to him, did not take the voice analysis. Why did he not take a voice analysis? Number one. And number two, since we spoke on this last, have they taken polys? And if not, why not?
Okay, let me just make sure clear, because I think the internet went in a frenzy about this. It's a computer voice stress analysis is what I was referring to. None of this is admissible in court, and I don't think it has the weight to concern anybody or whether or not anyone took it or not. I just thought it was important to show the cooperation that they had with the police. Even more cooperation, I believe, almost than the Nolan family. I mean, the boys have given their phones over to the FBI voluntarily, and we still haven't gotten Nolan's phone from the family to the police. So,
are you back on the phone? Because you don't know. You've already said you don't know where the phone is. It could be sitting on the sheriff's desk for all I know.
If they did it in the last 10 minutes, maybe that could be true.
Oh, so you knew before you joined us tonight that Nolan's family had not handed over the phone?
Well, I have no information to believe it was handed over. The last report from their attorneys that they hadn't handed it over.
So that was your, quote, understanding, just like you had an understanding that they took a poly and then clarified they did not take a poly. Okay, they have not taken a poly. You don't know why Warren hasn't taken a test. And a computer stress test is a voice analysis. It's not the same as a poly. You also, I asked you earlier, are you a medical examiner? And you stated no. I know you're a star on YouTube. I know you have a huge following. I know you're highly popular. I know you're a former police officer. Are you a Juris Doctor? Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not. I've worked with lawyers.
Okay, because polygraphs are admissible in court. Bam! Providing,
Nancy, I have
providing both parties stipulate ahead of time that they will be allowed. I don't care if you've never heard of it.
Nancy is not gonna. I don't know of a trial that has happened, from our understanding in recent time, that somebody put a polygraph before a jury and it was effective. I mean, there is a lot of flaws in the polygraph test.
Have you ever heard of? Let's see, what was his name? Control. Oh yeah, O.J. Simpson.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm saying
in the civil trial and showed he was a big fat liar.
Well, what I'm saying is there has not been significant usage of polygraphs in the court of law because there's too many flaws. Even as a police officer, we don't even use polygraphs anymore. Most police departments use the computer voice stress analysis. And neither one of them,
that's not true.
I would trust. Most police departments do not use the polygraph test anymore. They're moved towards the computer stress analysis. My head of security, when he went to the police department, they used the computer stress analysis. And it's not even foolproof. I mean, I would not trust somebody to use that
I asked
for
you
anybody's
did they take a polygraph? In the famous words of the Bard, Shakespeare.
Nancy,
I think that test too much. All I said was, did they take a poly? The answer is no.
They took a voice stress analysis.
This can't stop lying for nothing.
Hi guys, Nancy Grace here. If you are a homeowner, you've probably thought, should I call American Financing to refinance and pay? Joe Scott Morgan explained to Tatum why a voice stress analysis is not the same as a poly. It analyzes your voice. A poly does your heartbeat, your rhythm, your perspiration, your blood pressure, whether you're sweating, your eye blinking, the whole kit and caboodle.
I can address why it's certainly not admissible. Either one of these are not admissible in criminal court. Okay. And that they
Pause
have no.
right there. Hold on. Before you take one more step, are you a lawyer and nobody told me?
Mhm.
Go ahead, get mad. I
No.
don't care. You're not a lawyer. Dubay, you are a lawyer. Dubay, isn't it true that if both parties stipulate ahead of time in a criminal case, which practically never happens, but if they do, that poly is allowed in court?
If the judge deems it relevant, it still has to meet the relevance
So then,
threshold.
yes, don't go off on me. The answer is yes. We both know the law. It's a
I-
yes.
It's a yes. It's a
Okay.
hell
So,
yeah.
okay. So there you go, Morgan and Tatum. I hope you have learned something tonight. That said, Joe Scott, as much as I respect you as a death investigator, don't give me
Miller,
the
that's a
law.
good point.
Don't. I'll go to Dubay for that.
I'll
Just
give
like
you
I don't
forensic
ask him about
science. I'll give you
autopsies and dead
forensic
bodies.
science,
He
and I will
doesn't
tell
know.
you why neither one of these
Good. Tell
tests
me.
are. Yeah, okay, because they're not quantifiable. If you look at the Fry test, if you look at the Dauber
Okay,
test,
never mind.
you
Stop.
cannot. No.
Stop.
Listen,
Do I
you
need
can't.
to Google
I'm
it?
trying.
Because I
No,
will.
I'm trying to
I
give
can
you. I'm
just
trying to
read
give you
it.
some truth
Okay,
here
stop.
that has
I asked
utility,
you the
Nancy.
difference in a voice analysis and a poly. That's the question. Let me refresh your recollection. Do you know the difference?
No, I don't want to know the difference because it has no
Okay, fine.
utility
That's all you had to say.
in a criminal
I'll tell you
case.
the difference. Okay. They are admissible if stipulated. A polygraph measures all sorts of data on your body. It is much more reliable than a voice analysis. For all I know, these friends took a voice analysis because it was readily available. I don't know why they did that over a poly. There could be an innocent explanation. They didn't have to do anything, but they did. They did do something, or at least most of them did. That's the question. I want to know, has the boat been searched? I want to know where the phone is. I want to know, have they taken a poly? Is that asking so much? To Tanya Jordan joining us, and Officer Tatum, please jump in if you have a question, if you want to contradict something. I want to know. I want to know the truth. To Tanya Jordan, she's Chief Parent Officer at BARC Parental Control. She's the author of Parenting in a Tech World. To Tanya, we were speaking to Heather Barnhart earlier tonight. Could you explain how a snap disappears and whether it can be grabbed back out of the cloud? Same thing with DMs. Same thing with text messages, photos. A lot of teens think because they hit delete, it's gone. It's not.
It's not. And with regards to Snap, if you send a photo or video and the other person hasn't opened
Thanks
it
for the
yet,
jewels.
it sits live on Snap's server for up to 30 days. Same with unread texts. Now, if law enforcement sends Snapchat a valid legal request before the message is deleted, Snapchat will freeze that data and hand it over. But if the message was already deleted before the police asked for it, Snapchat apparently cannot retrieve it.
Isn't it true, to Tanya Jordan, that modern technology can prove whether you have deleted anything? There is a digital trail showing if you have deleted photos, text messages, videos, all of that.
Absolutely. I mean, so many people don't even realize that on Apple phones, when they go to delete a photo, there's a whole folder in there called deleted photos where they live for at least another 30 days. Your digital trail is so hard to erase. It's why tech experts like myself tell you when you have old tech that you're no longer using, don't immediately recycle it. Don't throw it away. You've got to give it a water bath to fry every component inside of it, because you can dig up a digital trail very easily, and nothing disappears when you're dealing with technical aspects.
And so to you, Tatum, star of The Officer Tatum, we can find out if the friends are telling the truth. It's not going to be hard. They may be telling the truth. We didn't delete anything. That may be true. So it's a digital investigation, and frankly, it's not hard to do. The friends, who I believe now are your friends, after your extensive interviews with them, may be completely exonerated on that. Now, my question to you is, you're stating that the friends, and I'm talking about the young man on the Triton, that the friends have handed over their phones.
Yes, ma'am. They've handed on their phones to the FBI voluntarily.
I find that very commendable, because do you know how hard it is to get people to hand over a phone? That's why you have to issue a search warrant or a ducus tecum. So they have handed over their phones voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am. According to the lawyer and according to what they told me, they said they handed over to the FBI voluntarily. And the sad part is that I wish that Nolan's phone could be evaluated, because there have been claims that had not been substantiated. And I believe that the claims should have never gone out in the public unless they were substantiated, that there was a potential that things were deleted from his phone, which put these young boys in a bad position unnecessarily. It's not fair to say that you're throwing out that things were deleted, but obviously mom can't determine if they were deleted because she couldn't do a forensic investigation on the phone, so she really don't know. Which I'm not
Unless
knocking
she
her as her
looked in the
baby.
deleted file and found things.
Well, she within Nancy,
the deleted file and found things, and we don't know
and
that.
she would have told.
I agree with you. I
But
think
Nancy,
you
she
got
would have
me
told the
wrong. I
world.
think you got it bass backwards, Tatum. Nobody.
She would have told the
on Crime
world
Stories-
if she would have found. She would have told the world, Nancy, if she would have found certain things that were actually deleted. She would have come out. I'm sure Benjamin Crump would have come out, and I would commend her to come out and encourage her to. If she saw that a picture of Nolan was deleted, a text from Nolan was deleted specifically talking about or inferencing certain things. If any of those things had happened, I would guarantee it should be criminal if they would not turn it over to law enforcement, so law enforcement can evaluate the phone and see if there were individuals communicating or deleting communication, because that is a crime. We just seen that happen in Texas, where young boys, there's a young man that drowned, they go and delete stuff off his phone, throw his clothes in the water, and they were arrested for tampering with evidence. And so if there had been deletions on the phone, even if there hadn't been a determination that anyone had murdered Nolan, tampering with evidence or deleting evidence, potential evidence, is a crime. And so the fact that the family, from my understanding and what the lawyers have said, that they haven't given this information over to law enforcement for them to evaluate, it's very troubling to me.
Okay, again, for the millionth time, you don't know they haven't. And I don't know that they have. But what you're saying about tampering with evidence is absolutely true. But I have no reason to believe that Nolan Wells' family has tampered with evidence. That said, I think you've got things bass backwards. I do not want to convict or hang an innocent person. All I want to know is what happened. And I haven't even gotten to the Cito call. Is it real? Is it fake? I'd like somebody, i.e. you, if you have the original, to put it out there. But that's it. What? Don't go off on that. Susan Hendricks joining us. Susan Hendricks is a veteran investigative journalist. She's the author of the bestseller Down the Hill, My Descent into the Double Murder in Delphi. She exhaustively researched and investigated the double murder of two little girls and came to the truth.
Sure, thanks for
Susan
the
Hendricks, you've heard all of the evidence that we've got tonight, and there's so much more we haven't gotten to. I want to hear where things stand now. Is there a grand jury? Is there going to be a grand jury? Where is the phone? Was the boat searched? Just enlighten me in any way that you can, Susan Hendricks.
There is a grand jury. They are investigating. You mentioned Delphi. There's hints of this to me, meaning it's being tried in the court of public opinion. And it's troubling to me that we talk about the mom and we don't know that she didn't hand over the phone. So now she has to go on defense. And as Officer Tatum said, the boat has not been searched by cadaver dogs. So we know that. Grand jury is investigating, and the parents have to suffer through this. And also, all attorneys have to say is, I don't think it's my understanding that she didn't hand over the phone. She wants to know what happened to her son. She wants to know, why wouldn't she hand over the phone? It's just obscene that she has to suffer through this even more.
Well, you hit the nail on the head right there, and you answered a very serious and critical question, and that is, there is a grand jury. Everything Tatum is saying and everything I'm saying, you know that phrase in the Bible, Tatum? We are now looking through a mirror darkly. We're looking through a very murky, grimy glass because we don't know. You are saying one thing, I'm questioning that because we don't know. And in the middle of it all, we have got a dead body of Nolan Wells. I don't want to get tangled up in arguments and vitriol that detracts from finding the truth. And I don't take anybody at face value. I don't suspect anybody, and I suspect everybody. I can't tell who's telling the truth.
Exactly.
But we will, God help us, find out what happened to this young man. If you know, or you think you know anything, please dial 228-769-3063 tonight. We remember American hero Sergeant Kyle Robert McKee, U.S. Army.
Okay, whatever with all of that. I'm pretty sure they're going to come back with another interview, and we're going to have probably that part 2. I think Tatum is done with the interviews, actually. But if y'all missed the recap from other day when we was watching Nancy Grace and how she got them lawyers right together, that right there is crazy. Hold on, let me show y'all how she got them lawyers together. And I mean, they already on the internet about how she snapped out on Tatum. I was watching my boy oh, no problem. That's how we do it here. Front real. That's what's up. Now, you know what? Let me address something because I just want to kind of let this thing roll. But I noticed y'all over there trolling in the comments hard, boy. Y'all really think the stuff that y'all saying is having an impact. Y'all are some dweebs. And you know what? I grabbed a couple videos just for y'all. You know, before I even get to anything else, let me go ahead and address the Scout Williams over there, or the little busters over there, because y'all been over there. Yeah, y'all been over there talking hella. And you know what? I like the way my sister say it, because she say it straight to the point for y'all. So y'all get ready for us to lose some numbers, okay? Because they ain't finna like this.
Good morning, all you racist male albino swamp monkeys. This is just your daily reminder that white men are the problem. Always have been, always will be. Imagine being so weak, sad, and pathetic that you try to use the scapegoat of per capita to explain away the pedophilia that runs rampant in the white communities. You overinflate stats to make it look like black people and other people are the problem. But let's talk about some real numbers, shall we? White men, you only make up 29% of the U.S. U.S. population. And yet you commit over 55% of child sex crimes, 67% of child pornography production. All those white men that you see traveling to other countries with their Bibles in their hands, using religion to get close to people's children, 56%, that's all you. The black people steal and gangbang. Yeah, all that sucks. But let's be for real here for a minute. I'd rather be called a thieving ass gangbanger any day than to be labeled a fucking pedophile. Everybody knows that you're the problem. You know that you're the problem. That's why you fight so hard to keep everybody's eyes on everybody else but white men. We see you bitches. Even white women are waking up to your fuck shit. Have a good day.
And there you have it. And there you have. Oh, do y'all want some more? I know y'all lightweight, slightweight, sadomasochists. Y'all love when daddy beat up on you. Y'all want some more lashes? Huh? Little Texter Dexters? Y'all want some more lashes? Because I got some more for you. You know, I keep a video or two to the side for the busters. And you notice every time I got y'all people telling you. Every time it ain't nobody black. It's just your folks. But I had to get sis to go ahead and bust it down that time. But you know I got some of your people to tell you. You know I will stop the whole show just to get off in your grill. You know that, right? Y'all do know that about me, don't you? Ain't nobody told y'all before y'all came over here how petty I am? How I don't care about talking about snow roaches or none of that? Did nobody tell y'all? Oh, man. Did nobody tell y'all? Do we got to play the song? Y'all just want to hear the song. I don't mind. So listen, everybody, if this is your first time here, there's a point within the broadcast when we got to get the evil devil spirits out the chat. So we play a song. So this is your chance to let us know where you're from. I need your city, your state, or your country, and your city, whatever you got. Providence, I don't care. But this is how we do it. Let's go. Hey, it's roll call time, y'all. Uh-oh, we got Alabama up in here. We got Canada up in here. We got Tennessee up in here. Come on, what else we got? Where y'all at? Virginia up in this joint. Yeah. Charlotte, North Carolina. Long Island. Strong Island. You know what I'm talking about? Buffalo. This guy's mama's house, Missouri, Philadelphia, Texas, Washington State, Georgia, Patterson, New Jersey, Michigan, Cincinnati, Oakland, California, Minnesota, Minneapolis house, Houston, Texas, Mississippi, Oakland, Indiana, Wyoming. We got NYC, Brooklyn. We got Louisville, Kentucky. We got Dallas, Texas, Florida. We got Cali. We got Detroit, Vicksburg, Virginia, ATL, the Bay Area. We got Niger up in this joint. Oh, we see you over there, brother. Oklahoma City, Georgia in the house, Delaware, Sacramento, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, and Old San Juan. You know what I mean? Live from your mama house. I see you, Mac. I'm teabagging your mom right now. Portland, Oregon. Oakland, California. Vermont, South Carolina, Chicago, land. Highway 61, Finley. XO. Come on. Stephen P. Podcast is a global show, baby. I just want y'all to walk it out. We got Alabama up in here, though. We got Ontario, Canada up in here, though. D-Town, holding it down. Super strapped at all times. Oh, wow. Hey, hey. Hey, give it up for yourself. You're just so lovely. Ooh, I love that unity. That unity. ATL up in here. We still see you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got them dancing, moving, and shaking up in here. You know. We can lose a couple hundred people on that all the time. I don't mind, because it's not about the numbers. It's about the love. It's about the love, boy. I'm trying to tell you. We got Philmo up in here. I know a guy named Philmo. Philmo Slim, to be exact. Yes, sir. So, back to the regularly scheduled program, because obviously I didn't give the people an opportunity to do no speaking, right? And there was a couple videos that I wanted to get to, you know what I'm saying, about you know, like, just like where the community at. Like, I ain't done that in a couple days. It's been a lot of interviews and this, that, and the third, but it ain't really been no, you know what I mean? Now, if y'all, one thing I will say is I wanted to drop this bomb on you real quick. Y'all remember Dweeb Eric? Y'all remember Eric the Dweeb? Well, he just posted some stuff on social media, kind of showing how the quote unquote friend group got down. Now, notice he's not in the group with Warren, Jax, and Morgan. He was in the picture with Nolan, on the boat with them and Nolan, but he not being classified with Bart and Katie either. And then we still got Wyatt. But listen to this.
Another friend exposed. It's Eric Alcantara's turn in the Nolan Wells case, and his new post has brought the whole truth out. Just check out this post of his. He says, when your parents ask you about your day, but everything you did could get you a minimum of 10 years in prison. Bro, you don't get 10 years just for drinking. And on top of that, a girl DM'd him saying she saw their argument and is going straight to the police. That's why everyone has deleted or privatized their accounts. These people are terrified because someone is about to crack. Who's next in line? The full truth is in the caption. Make sure to follow so you don't miss any updates.
You see what I'm saying? That matter of fact, that was one of the busters that was just sitting down in the interview. That's Morgan right there. Right? Sometimes messages ain't got to be long and drawn out, but Willie D definitely hit it on the head with this, with the state of affairs. And this is kind of somewhat sort of what I was thinking and what I was saying.
I'll tell you, fam, straight up. I personally, you know, as much as I want the family to get some justice in this, I think the deck is stacked, man. Mississippi is corrupt, over corrupt. It's like a different, it's almost like you are dealing with a different country. Boy, that Mississippi is something different. And those uncivilized must pretend to be polite, to be part of polite society. But there's a certain level of wickedness that you can't even fathom. It's a certain level of wickedness you can't fathom there. And they cover for each other on the highest levels. All of it is smoke and mirrors. It's corruption behind all of it. I don't see them getting justice, and I don't even see the FBI doing anything about it. I'll tell you.
That's why I told y'all got to be prepared, man, for when they try to drop this emotional and psychological bomb on us. because I feel like this is it. This is what they brewing up to. You understand what I'm saying? We a lot of us moving on the same wavelength. But before I go on, hold up, I feel another petty bone in my body. And cute sister Camille broke it down so elegant. Have y'all ever noticed?
Reminder before I call it a night. Notice that it's never us going to their pages, seeing beautiful pictures of the late great Austin Metcalf and going into their comment section, calling them every name in the book and questioning their support or anything like that. It's never us doing that.
Is you know what? It's hold on. I don't really think they heard you that. Let you say that again.
Just a little gentle reminder before I call it a night. Notice that it's never us going to their pages, seeing beautiful pictures of the late great Austin Metcalf and going into their comment section, calling them every name in the book and questioning their support or anything like that. It's never us doing that. But on the other hand, they managed to find their way into our comment section, supporting Carmelo, calling us every N word, every B word, every A, B, C, D, E, F, G word, and showing their true colors. We're ignorant, though. It's always us. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. I like that. That's how I be saying shit sometimes. For real, for real. But if we really, man, hold up, man. Y'all need some straight up unk facts. That's what y'all need. Y'all need unk to really kind of like my man's from Chicago, all black breaking news. You dig what I'm saying? You need some unk facts. That's what you need. That's your problem right there, boy.
If you got a body on your boat, the dumbest thing you could do is call the Coast Guard. That's why they didn't call the Coast Guard. That's why they was asked, do they need the Coast Guard? They said no. And then the reason that they had the phone separated from the body because they knew the phone could be tracked, so they had to figure out a way to separate the phone from the body. Man, Warren, Katie, Bart, and Nolan are the four key players. Warren called Bart. He said it himself, I called Bart to come bring a tow because we were sinking. That's bullshit. That's the lie. Warren called Bart to come over there and fight Nolan for being with Katie. This is why Katie is trying to keep herself out of this, because all this is about Katie. Katie is the centerpiece to this whole situation. Katie is the focal point of this whole situation.
Tell him up.
Warren said, I called Bart. Bart showed up. We know Bart was there because in the Cito phone call, you can hear them say, Bart, pull the plug. Then you can also hear them say, damn it, Bart. So Bart was there. We know that for a fact. But now, this is some bullshit. They killed that boy on that boat. Warren called Bart to come over there and confront Nolan about being with Katie. Katie is the key factor. Bart is the key factor. And none of this would have ever happened if Warren would have never made that call to Bart. None of this would have ever happened if Warren would have never called Bart. That's the facts.
And then, even when we speak in terms of that lawyer and them two, fake new witnesses, I gotta shout out to my boy Sam, because my Sam was kind of thinking the same thing I was on that same road. But go ahead, Sam.
Xavier Wells update, and the boy's lawyer, Ball and Cox, or Call Cox, whatever his name is. Anyway, I'm digressing. He goes on to talk about the two reliable witnesses they have.
Morgan, Warren, and Jax left the island at about 4:30 p.m. They were gone. And at that time, Nolan Wells was still alive. Now, I'm not going to name them out of respect for their privacy, but just as one example, there are two very fine, upstanding members of the Ocean Springs community.
Right, two upstanding members of Ocean Springs that would never lie or anything to help anybody get out of trouble now, would they?
Right.
Who saw Nolan Wells at about 10 minutes to 6 p.m. So about an hour and a half after these fine young men had left the island.
Very fine people. Now, where have I heard that before?
Very fine people on both sides. They were gone, departed. Nolan Wells was alive.
How do they know Nolan was alive on that island? Who are these two witnesses? Why have they not come forward? And I need to see video. I think the world needs to see video. They're not just going to trust two reliable people from Ocean Springs to not allegedly lie to get people out of trouble.
And these two witnesses, two very reliable, very credible, and very upstanding members of the community, they saw Nolan, and they've known Nolan for years. There's no chance that they made a mistake.
There's no chance that they made a mistake or that anybody paid them off for their testimony.
Right.
Is anybody really believing this guy? Like, they did a terrible job hiring a lawyer.
And if y'all ask me, Cuz looks super high when he talking. Like my going over the interview again, Cuz look like he's high out of his mind. Like he's on them allegedly Quaaludes and Zooms and Wham Whams. Cuz is zooted and booted. Straight up. They lawyer look high as hell.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Right? And so Sam is one of the people that was on the list of people being sued. I guess that's not working out too well for him because he's still spitting. And then y'all remember Kimberly, the white girl that can't rap? Well, she broke down a little piece of the interview too.
Went to a restaurant and someone came up to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was kind of like shaken up.
So, Warren, you were shaken up because someone asked for an autograph? These poor kids. I mean, they're getting recognized in public. They can barely go to restaurants anymore. Terrible what y'all doing to these kids.
We went to a restaurant and someone came up to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was kind of like shaken up.
Now, before she go on, let me say this, because when I watched this, I was like, dude, how are you shaken up when you went on Officer Race Tatum's podcast with 3.8 million subscribers, and he's talking about y'all on Nancy Grace, on Chris Como, on Don Lemon. Everywhere in the world, they're talking about y'all pictures out there. Did somebody ask you if that was you and you shaking up like you didn't know you was out here? Like you didn't go do 2 interview series and had a whole little boat documentary riding back to the island? Like, dude, what are you talking about? The playing the victim is like super heavy with these dudes. But anyway.
So, Warren, you were shaken up because someone asked for an autograph? These poor kids. I mean, they're getting recognized in public. They can barely go to restaurants anymore. Terrible what y'all doing to these kids.
We went to a restaurant and
I thought that was funny because I picked up on that in the conversation too. Like, dude, how you scared of being seen or being out there and you volunteered to do whole interviews? Like, what are you talking about, my dude? And then shout out to my man Flacco. He broke this down real quick.
Things are coming out at a pace we've never seen before, and every single detail is contradictory to whatever story they're telling the public lately. There's been some new evidence that have surfaced in the last 48 hours that completely debunks their response to the CETO call, their response to the GPS data.
Someone was getting pulled away, I don't know who it was, and my brother was like, "Oh, I just got in a fight," and this guy punched me in the face, and I punched him right back. Then I went to the ground, my brother put him in an armbar. And Nolan involved in any of this? Absolutely not. When I was over there was a bunch of younger guys like my brother's age, and I mean, Nolan, I never saw Nolan over there. Absolutely not. And Okay, sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
The minute they asked, was Nolan involved in that altercation, he lost his train of thought. But okay. Because I think once you admit, yo, these altercations was connected, you would then have to say, hold on, bruh. So Warren, Tristan, two of Nolan's quote unquote best friends were involved in altercations and in fights. Nolan was with the group, but you didn't see Nolan nowhere in sight? I don't know, bruh. That don't seem.
Have I found more evidence of a fourth boat? If you look really carefully in this photo, you can see right there a black propeller. There's another boat on the other side of these three boats. And given the lack of the name on the boat and the black propeller, I'm going to assume the Palm Beach is on the other side.
The GPS data has been the only empirical evidence we have to say, okay, yeah, we take their word for it. This is when they left. This is when they came. This is everything. But if there's been a fourth boat that has not been tracked, if there's been a fourth boat that has GPS data that we don't have, then that brings up the possibility there may have been more traveling to more places and more activities that we don't know about.
The last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock, and Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie.
Girl in striped swimsuit standing right next to a long-haired girl in a teal swimsuit. Teal swimsuit, striped swimsuit.
A girl in a teal swimsuit was Katie, by the way. That's evidence you see of Katie's on who boat. You do with that information as you may. If Nolan was with Katie and Katie was on the boat, then where was Nolan in that time? Y'all let me know in the comment section, okay?
Yurt. Come on, man. The internet sleuths is out here doing a way better job than what it seems like law enforcement is doing. I mean, how's everybody else coming up with all of this, that, and the third? For real? Like, I told y'all that I had to get the street piece in here, because the streets is putting it all together. Shout out to my girl Gigi, because honey, she got something to say.
Snitch of this whole interview, the damn lawyer. The lawyer opened his mouth and accidentally told on everybody. He said, and I'm quoting this because I need y'all to feel it in your chest. He said, if you just murdered your best friend on an island, the dumbest thing you could do could be to call the Coast Guard. Oh, so that's the standard now? That's how we determine an innocence? Well, he called the cops, so he can't be guilty. Do that sound right, y'all? Come on now. It's a lot of people that call the cops, and they're guilty as hell, right?
Straight up.
Press 1. You got some cops that are unalivers, and they're guilty too. Come on now, that was dumb. Let me tell you something. As somebody who studies this stuff, guilty people call the cops every damn day.
All the time.
Press 2. If guilty people call the cops every damn day, they report themselves missing, they find the body, they cooperate with the investigations. A lot of guilty people do it. Mm-hmm. They insert themselves into the search team. Mm-hmm. That's Criminal Minds 101. That's every true criminal crime documentary you ever watch.
Come on now.
But here's what the lawyer accidentally admitted. He said the dumbest thing a guilty person could do is call a Coast Guard, which means he knows guilty people do dumb things. Yeah. He knows calling the cops don't equal innocence.
Don't.
He knows that behavior alone do not clear you. He just tried to spin it, y'all. And in trying to spin it, he told the damn truth. And let's not forget, since the lawyer want to be cute, Warren didn't just call the Coast Guard. He called them and counseled.
Right.
He called the CETO, then counseled.
Right.
He did just enough to look helpful, then undid it all. Now, a prosecutor gonna look at all that and say, ladies and gentlemen, why would an innocent man call for help, then counsel it? Why would an innocent man create a paper trail of assistance, then undo it, unless he was creating the appearance of cooperation without actually cooperating. Hello. Unless he was managing the scene, unless he was controlling what information got to authorities. And that's not innocent behavior, baby. That's calculated behavior. That's let me touch the bases so I can say I tried, but not actually let them come and see what I got on this damn boat. And the lawyer accidentally gave the prosecution, honey, a sound bite they gonna play in the damn court. Even the defense attorney admits that guilty people do dumb things. That's not a defense. Come on now. That's an admission that we gotta look past the surface. We got to.
Yeah.
And honey, when we look past that damn surface, we see the lie. We see the blurry clip. We see the hat tap. We see the audio they won't deny. And here's something that they keep on glossing over.
Man, Gigi bust that down. Now, shout out to Gigi, man. Gigi be on it. Y'all know who else be on it too? The Queen has some good analysis as well. You know, shout out to Queen Amadaya.
Everyone, I'm Dr. Amadaya Shakur. So Rage Batum Tatum just released another segment of an interview he did. And if you ask me, it's only making things worse.
Yeah.
Okay. The more he puts out, the worse it looks. Okay. Let's get into it. Now, there's a part in the interview where they talk about how friends or people that they knew from high school and also some people that they didn't know showed up to their residence demanding answers and asking what happened, okay? And they basically didn't really have any answers. But what I thought was interesting was the fact that these are people that they claim they went to high school with.
Right.
So they're getting upset because people online have questions, because we're digging for answers and we're questioning everything they say. And we've pointed out numerous inconsistencies, okay, things that just didn't add up. But you mean to tell me that even the people that know them, people that went to school with them, even some of those people don't believe them and have questions? Okay, now I want you to marinate on that for a second. Because you see, of course, we don't know them, so we don't have any allegiance to them, any alliance or whatever, and we don't know, their personality traits. We don't know what kind of people they actually are in real life. But these people who went to school with them do. So if the people who went to high school with them showed up at their house demanding answers, they likely had a reason for that. Okay, why would your own people that you know and who know you pretty well, I'm sure, if y'all went to school together, why are they suspicious? Why do they think that they're keeping something from the rest of us? Okay, why did they think or even entertain the idea that possibly they did something to their so-called best friend, their brother? Okay, please pay attention. I also thought that they used very interesting choices of words when they're saying things like red rum. Okay, and then KILL. Okay, they're saying they didn't do those things, but who said that? People are asking questions, and most people clearly think that maybe if anything did happen, it was likely an accident. But they are using words that are inflammatory, like red rum and KILL, like I said. But also, their attorney, one of their attorneys said something about keeping their stories straight. Why would an attorney say something about keeping stories straight? Because if everyone's telling the truth, then everyone's story should all match, should all be the same. Now, you may have used different words, okay, different verbiage when you were explaining your story.
Right.
But the bottom line is it should all add up to be about the same thing. So there should be no need for anyone to have to keep their stories straight. You only have to keep your story straight when you're telling lies. Okay, please pay attention. That's what the attorney said, not me. I also thought it was interesting when Jax made a comment saying something about if they did something, wouldn't we expect that we would have seen the person in the picture? I'm not going to say the name because, videos keep getting taken down, is all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, he said something about you don't think somebody would have seen him scrambling around on the floor of the boat? That was very specific, very detailed. Okay? You don't think someone would have seen him scrambling around on the boat. Why would you say that? I mean, you could have just said, you don't think somebody would have seen him? You don't think somebody would have thought they saw something? You don't think that if he was on the boat, that people would have seen him? Why would you specifically say scrambling around on the floor of the boat? That's given very suspicious. Okay, please pay attention.
Straight up.
And mind you, I'm not saying that anyone did anything nefarious, but what I am saying is that the reason people are looking at them as if they may have done something nefarious is because of them. It's not because of the parents. It's not because of Al Sharpton or Ben Crump. It's because of them. The things that they have said, the behaviors in which they have engaged in. It is them. Okay. And also, I think it's important to note that when people tell lies, the lies very often expose the truth. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything to be exposed. I'm just talking in general. When people tell lies, sometimes their lies actually inadvertently expose the truth. So please pay attention. Everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmad Shakur. So Rach Tatum Tatum.
She bust that down straight up. And remember what I was telling y'all earlier about the gaslighting? Here we go. She gonna superstar, super show mommy with the bust down.
And the real gag is niggas ain't even really mad yet. Niggas ain't mad yet. Niggas is hurt. It's a difference. When niggas get mad, it's gonna be a whole nother different ball game. When niggas start doing other people and other races like they do each other, oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be time for y'all to figure out where y'all came from and head on right on back there. Yeah, cause niggas ain't mad yet. When niggas put all that anger and frustration from this day all the way back 400 years, when they start powering up that anger and letting it go. See, niggas right now, they kind of got a little bit to lose. When they get to the point, because you trying to get us to the point where we ain't got nothing to lose, that's where you don't want us. Because when we ain't got nothing to lose, we ain't got nobody to spare. America is rage baiting black folks. They're rage baiting us. They trying to get us to react so they can have a reason to go out and just start emptying the clip. They want a reason. They want our reaction. They want our energy. They want our frustration. They want our sadness. They want our hope. But they don't really want that anger how they think they want it. They don't. When niggas start getting ruthless on your ass, because we have a certain level of compassion. But when that grace runs out for you, it's over with.
Over with. It's over with for y'all. That's why they don't like me, because I be getting on their ass. I don't give a damn. That's why y'all over here all on my program, because I will get on your hindquarters. Yeah, I like how that sister broke that down, though, because there's no lies detected right there. They really don't want the smoke, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The smoke is something that they really, really don't want. And then we got all of this talk about the CETO call. Let me implore my little sis, right, Kamara, because she always break it down. Check my girl out.
One theory that I think explains why this timeline is confusing is because there is a lie that's been planted that's really got everybody confused and thrown off when it comes to the passing of Nolan Wells. You see, at first, I'm going off of, the CETO call and the call being made around 4, but then I realized CETO is not the one that released the audio. It is NDMR, which stands for Mississippi Department of Marine Resources.
Wait a minute. Y'all little pussies don't want no smoke. I see y'all over there in the chat talking about you want all the smoke. Nigga, y'all know where to go find the smoke. If y'all wanted to smoke, y'all can go right to the damn smoke. But guess where y'all at? over here keyboard warring, texter dextering. Y'all some dweebs, nigga. Y'all don't want no smoke. The hell? We can tell y'all don't want no smoke because you over here in the chat. The real ones that want smoke ain't in nobody's chat. We know y'all don't want no smoke because y'all in the chat. That's the only chat y'all want is the smoke y'all want is digital smoke. Nigga, y'all want vapes. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, y'all want vapes. Y'all want a blaze. You ain't trying to puff nothing. You want vapes. Y'all want digital smoke. You little keyboard busters. That's all you gonna get is a vape. All you gotta do is go to your nearest town that got a Martin Luther King Boulevard and go to the corner store with that bullshit. Do that, nigga. Go to the corner store, cuz. You all over here with the chick. Go to the corner store, cuz. Huh? Go on Washington. Go on Broadway. Nigga. Since you so tough. Nah, you ain't finna do that, though. You ain't finna do that, though. Nope. Don't think you're going that route, huh, bud? Huh, bucko? Huh? I don't hear you. That's all I'm going to hear is some clickety clacking on the keyboard, some tickety tapping on with your thumbs and your nails on the screen. Because y'all know exactly where the smoke at, but you ain't finna go get it. Y'all ain't built like that. Your little 8.5s. Y'all paper, boy. Loose leaf. You loose leaf ass niggas. Y'all loose leaf, cuz. Matter of fact, let me show y'all an example. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all an example of what happened to when they try to go get the smoke. This what happened when they try to go get the smoke, y'all.
Win stupid prizes. Shout out to Stone Low Key King Genty.
This
Today's
what happened
Corona
when they-
can
when
goes
they
by
go
the
get
name
the
of
smoke.
Adrian.
I hate what, nigga? Shut your ass up. Fat.
This what
Wait,
happened
they're
when they
saying
go
I
get the
pressed
smoke,
you.
y'all.
Didn't do shit. Hang him. His ass. Damn, bro.
He wants to be like Chud. I don't think he wanted to go viral for this.
Chill. Chill, bro. Let me again, you on that fame ass, nigga. You a nigga. I'm not on the internet, nigga. My mama, nigga. I'm not coming to I don't come to the internet, nigga. My mama, nigga. It's over. That's on crib, nigga. It's over.
I ain't gonna antagonize people and then tell them to chill. Another question, why do you look like Steven? Another question, you insulting black people and yet trying to participate in black culture? Let's take a listen.
Want to hear that garbage? Plus, I ain't trying to give up no ad revenue either.
You can either be racist or you can make burger music. Boy said, I know what you're waiting for. Enough auto-tune in this world can fix you, bro. It's always the one. Looks like an intoxicated caterpillar in the face that always got something to say. You obviously make music for deaf people. This degenerate doing drugs. Look like you on a list somewhere. Look like a pregnant water bottle. And why do you have an adult body with baby hands? What is that? here looking like? Face is this? It's like you have to concentrate on breathing. It's like your nostrils about to close up. Speaking of close up, put these clothes away. Don't ever dress like this ever again a day in your life. Like a confused snow globe. Look like you about to ask, you got games on your phone? How you gonna sit here and try to be racist with these extremely large bifocals on your face? Boy could see into the nether realm. Look like your chin stink. You can't convince me otherwise. Wait a minute. You don't take showers, do you? This screams dirty. Mildew and gunk.
He getting on that boy top. I ain't want to play his little stupid music. Let me see if he got something else to say though. It's on SoundCloud, so he probably ain't getting no money for it.
Anyway, y'all know what to do. Let's keep running it up. We are this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make me get out. Y'all see what happened when y'all get out in the street and y'all get to talking that junk, right? You see how y'all get pummeled, don't you? You see that, don't you? You see how y'all get beat up for talking that trash? Talking about y'all want some smoke. Nigga, you don't want no smoke, cuz. You don't want no smoke, cuz. Yeah. So y'all can sit up in the chat and talk that dumbness you want. We'll see right through you. You paper thin, literally. Little flower arrangers. Little cornstarch warriors. Little Mayo militia. The hell? Shut up, whining over there. Stop playing victim. Look at Karma. People have the right to be racist, last I checked. Besides, more and more government officials and people nationwide and worldwide are even talking about incarcerating those looting in any business. What? Shut up. Just shut up. Get y'all goofy ass off my chat and go whining Brandon Tatum shit. Why don't y'all do that? You make me sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you. Now, let my girl cook on this CETO call.
One theory that I think explains why this timeline is confusing is because there is a lie that's been planted that's really got everybody confused and thrown off when it comes to the passing of Nolan Wells. You see, at first, I'm going off of, the CETO call and the call being made around 4, but then I realized CETO is not the one that released the audio. It is MDMR, which stands for Mississippi Department of Marine Resources.
Wait a minute. Who is that? An American? So this channel and host is pushing a grace war? How lame. Did nobody say nothing about no war? I do believe in matching energy. So if that's what you want, then that's exactly what you're going to get. Probably 10 times harder. No, but what we're talking about is you and your intrusion, into a black space. Ain't nobody talking to none of y'all. Don't nobody even care about none of y'all. Actually, I give it up. I give it up to the intelligent people in my chat. You know what I'm saying? The intelligent mods, the intelligent members, the intelligent subscribers. I give it up to y'all because I would be ignoring they ass. That's what I would be doing. I wouldn't say nothing to them. You see, I only use them at my disposal. They be trying to get me to respond. You got a super chat for me to respond to your goofiness. But you see how they be and want me to say something. I don't say nothing until I feel like clowning them, until I pick somebody at random to make ridicule. You know what I mean? Y'all nothing. Y'all expendable. Y'all like cannon fodder. You know what I mean? Y'all there at my disposal. I understand what y'all useful for. Y'all useful to make fun of. Y'all don't understand y'all the biggest joke of this program. It's y'all. That's why I've instructed all my mods and my members and all not to touch y'all and to let y'all crash out with every keystroke so we can see just how dumb you is. You already look dumb coming over here to the program. That's where you mess up at right there. Soon as you say something out of pocket, you look stupid. You look dumb. You look dumb as hell. Every time y'all come over here and say anything, you look dumb. And then my people be toying with you. Oh, I love it. Yes, love come peace. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It really helps out. That's why I let it rock out. Don't make me none. You can type till your fingers get tired. I love it. But also though, y'all do serve a purpose. Y'all serve a purpose so everybody gets to see just what type of goofies it is out here. Oh, I got the. I got the. Oh, my bad. I got the. I forgot I had the T-Pain on. First, I forgot I had the T-Pain on. But anyway, y'all goofy, and it's cool. I like y'all. I like y'all, man. Y'all got personalities too. You know, like you could really tell a YT supremacist by the bullshit that they type. Like we know what kind you is right away by the stupid stuff that you say. Some of y'all got a little bit more sense than the next, and y'all try to intellectualize your bullshit. But for the most part, you're stupid, and we see it. For the most part, you're jealous. For the most part, you're scared. And I understand your fear. Gosh darn it, these Negroes, they're just, we just can't hold them down anymore, man. Whatever we do, man, we try to say whatever we want to say. That doesn't work, man. We try to say food stamps. We try to say EBT. Heck, watermelon felon, man. Nothing can do it, man. Nothing can do it. You know, if I woke up one day with a micro penis and all, you know what I'm saying, goofy and no rhythm with lice and didn't bathe much, you know what I'm saying? I'd probably be racist too. Matter of fact, I commend y'all racism. Y'all really good at the racism though. Y'all really I say don't give it up, man. I say go harder, man. Go harder, man. Matter of fact, since let's see, since 26% of the population is YT males, and that 26% is responsible for 91% of family annihilation, I say y'all should just go hard, right? I hope I rile y'all up to go get your whole family right now. Because I know you either you thought about it, you thinking about it, or you on your way to go do in your whole family, ain't you? Tell the truth. Matter of fact, let's get a poll. You know, out of the dweebs in the chat, out of y'all, one or two, let's be honest. How many of y'all ever thought about taking your family out the box? Just come on, let's just be honest. Come on, this is a safe space for y'all. Because I want to know. Jim Crow, you especially. Jim Crow. User QB9. And who else? Who I see? And you Tremel. You too. Have you ever thought about taking your family out the box? I mean, just kind of getting them going. Like, did she like take your Xbox 360 or or your Game Boy or something like that? Your Nintendo DS one time, and you just thought about sneaking in the safe and getting the shotgun and teaching her a lesson. How many of y'all have thought about doing that? Because I mean, that's not a far fetched question. With how with your tenacity and your passion for keyboard racism. I mean, I would only think that that is an indication on your dedication to like taking your whole family out. Because I mean, if y'all so gun ho on this, if y'all could just like, if y'all could stay so consistent on, jumping in the chat, yeah, 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 yeah. The way y'all do that, it lets me know that there's other things that you're capable of. And since we know about you and your folks, how many of y'all thought about taking your families out? Give me a one if you thought about it. Give me a two if you would never. Give me a one if you thought about it. Give me a two if you would never. I'm trying to see something. And I think everybody else would be curious too. Okay, my boy Brent answer. You ain't never thought about taking your family out, Brent? For real? For real, Brent, tell the truth. Melinda, you ain't never thought about it? Don't feed into the racism, bro. That's racism because I'm asking you about you and your folks and your culture. That's racism because if it's 10 of y'all in the chat, then 9 of y'all is most likely to take your whole family out. It's the statistics. No per capita needed. Matter of fact, black people don't even show up on that one. He's like, I'm black, I don't count. No, I was asking them. Yeah, that's y'all culture. You, don't tell me it ain't your culture because we sit up and watch these stories every night, the story after story about somebody whacking somebody in their crib. If it ain't the little shorties, it's the old man that lived across the street because the trick that she was tricking on because she needed some money, or it was the husband or the wife, or the old lady somebody let stay with them, and they over there abusing the old lady. That's y'all culture. Hey y'all gotta man. Hold. I watched this documentary on Netflix about this dude named Sam from Utah that had a whole bunch of wives. This dude had so much pimping, like in the Mormon church. And you know they white people. This dude had so much pimping in the Mormon church, fam. He had 3 men in the congregation give him their wives and their daughters. So this man Sam is rolling around the Mormon town and stayed up in the crib with like I want to say like 9 wives, dude. And why this dude wives consist of mothers and daughters? Why this dude have 3 mothers and their daughters as his wives? Y'all some weirdos, fam. I don't want to hear that. We just watched a story the other day about this girl that sat up there and let her baby wither away at the crib for 2 weeks. before trying to fake call the police out there laying on the grass, crying all fake and stuff. That's your culture. You know what? Give me all the EBT. Give me all the Chicago gang shootings. Give me all the DEI. Give me all the food stamps, all the watermelon, all the chicken, all of that. But you know what you ain't going to give me? You ain't going to give me touching on the kids, and you ain't going to give me taking the whole family out. That ain't me. That's you. That's your folks. Give me all of Chicago. Give me all that. Every GD, everybody. Give me all the niggas. Crip blood. Give me all of it. Collard greens, all that. Kool-Aid, purple, grape soda, whatever. Give me all that. But you know what you can't put on us? You can't put on translucent, sun dodging, snow roaching, kid touchers. You can't give us that. Yeah, for them folks. Proud FBA. We know about the royal family. Heck, it ain't even got to be royal. Go look in Virginia, all down south, Virginia, all of that. Y'all seen that documentary about them inbred folks. Y'all still got people that walk around on all fours. Come on now, Neanderbatches. Y'all still got people that walk around on all fours. YT people. Y'all got YT people over in Europe right now walking on all fours right now. Come on now. They be projecting with that monkey and all of that. That's projection. Because they people is on all fours right now. They people is walking
Immediate
on all
response.
fours right now. That's they folks. That's they folks, y'all. You see that? That's they folks, y'all. That's they folks. Call me spear chucker. Call me whatever. We wasn't doing that though. White people do have tails. Your mommy's very smart. White people do got tails, cuz. She wasn't telling you no lies there, bucko. They do got tails, G. We don't. We don't. They do. You didn't know that? Y'all, they must didn't know that. They must didn't know that. Oh, they must didn't know that. Are we on to y'all? The cat's out the bag. And I'm only getting y'all because I'm petty like that because I teach my people every day, all day. They know the knowledge. But you know what? This is a pastime for us. Beating down on y'all, we love doing this. It ain't never enough time to do this. I could do this for hours. But yeah, they got tails. Yeah, they got tails, bro. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's check it out. Let's do some scouring together, should we? Let's go people with tails. With the tail. Okay. So I pulled up people with tails. Let's see what we got. Let's do a little exploration. Humans with tails. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. I want I want to see the. Hold on, let me see white people with tails. Ooh wee, born with the tail. White folks with the tail. Ooh, I got some stunning images here. Oh, I forgot about just regular old Google. People with them tails. Oh, look at that. The first thing you see, huh? A bunch of YT people with them. Let's click on this story right here and see what that say. It says men born with tails. Look at that. Look at the Europes. Here goes somebody with a tail right here.
An actual human.
There is a picture with an actual uh little white baby butt that got a tail. Look at that. A little actual. I can't play. I don't know about the audio because of that little song. But look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that little baby butt with a tail. Wow, that's how y'all do it. That's how y'all do it. But we the monkeys though. We the monkeys though. Uh, that's a long tail too. Look at that. That's gross. That is gross, guys. I hope that make y'all mad enough to leave the chat for me to show y'all what y'all really look like in your true form. You know, I had a reason on why, you know, they have rage and stuff like that, right? You know, because I want to kind of like intellectualize it. So I grabbed a little excerpt from a sister, and she kind of broke it down kind of simple, and it applies like to our chat and what we're doing over here. But check this out.
Clear to me as I started thinking through how white rage works. It became clear to me that the presence of black people was not the trigger for white rage.
Well, what is?
There's that stun. Almost, what you talking about, Willis? Look. It is the presence of black people with ambition. The presence of black people with drive. The presence of black people with aspirations. The presence of black people who achieve. It's the presence of black people who refuse to accept their subjugation. The presence of black people who demand their rights. That's the trigger for white rage.
So now y'all understand. Now y'all understand why they rage out so bad. Because we're demanding justice for Nolan Wells by making these videos. Because we're demanding that we get our just due like we always have. The reason why everybody else in the diaspora want to come snuggle their ass up under us in America, because we make everything an issue, and we make these folks do what they supposed to do. And everybody's a little envious of that. All the minority racial groups, they're envious. Latino, Asians, Indians, all of them, because we the ones that stood on business and didn't let them make our country into a third world country and didn't stick us in no shanty towns, right? Cause yeah. Okay, y'all might have thought y'all had us as prisoners of war for a little while because we automatically know that y'all ain't gonna get no slave ships. We know that. So yeah, we was prisoners of war, but guess what? We broke out the camp though, and been standing on necks ever since, talking about what we ain't gonna have. Y'all ain't gonna have us living in no funny conditions. Y'all ain't finna be medically experimenting on us. Y'all ain't finna be not taking our taxes and not letting us vote. Y'all finna treat us civilly. Y'all gonna let us live where we want to live. Yeah, so when other people be talking about this, that, and all this little pride they be having in their little stupid little flags, they flags don't carry weight like that. They flags don't carry weight like that. We the powerhouse of all of this shit. Notice they ain't over there in no African spaces. Notice that, y'all? I bet y'all don't go to African spaces. Do y'all? And we don't even go over there to African spaces to check and see if you in there. But you want to know how I know y'all in there? Because they ain't about to do nothing. Yeah, y'all ain't over there African and Caribbean and Jamaican and Latino and Asian spaces because they ain't finna do jack squat. No, y'all over here in the black spaces trying to figure out what we doing, what we talking about. Is y'all at risk? Is y'all at danger? Is it about to boil over? Should we be? What are the blacks doing? The blacks. Y'all so obsessed. Y'all make content easy. I could talk about y'all all day. Yeah, they listen to me. They subscribe to me. They give me jewels and super chats. Yeah, and I think y'all mad about that. You listen to this fool? You listening too? Goofy? That's the funny thing about it. Y'all ass over here listening and responding to every single damn word. I'm your daddy, boy. I got y'all in check. Y'all over here hanging off of every word that I say. Y'all weak, emotionally driven dweebs. Micropeen dweebs. No girl ain't smelt coochie ever in your life dweebs. Don't deserve to reproduce dweebs. Inselective dweebs. Thank you for the jewels. Tofu. Because I'm cooking these dudes. Cooking them. Big Will, thanks for the jewels. Cooking them. I told you they give me jewels and shit. Told you. Because I be cooking y'all ass. Cooking you. Cooking you. Told you. They be on every single word. Every time I'm live. I love it though. You talk a, I'm basically, I'm talking amongst friends and family. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? I try to do my teaching and try to, insert my insights and this, that, and the third. But you know what I'm saying? We all on the same little vibes. They coming for the cooking. They really want that. They ain't cooking with no season. They broiling. Just straight water at the bottom of the stove. No seasoning at all. Not even salt and pepper. Nothing. No butter. No nothing. Straight broiling. You watching a strong black man cook your little weenie devil homeboys. That's what you watching. Tim. That's what you watching. You watching a G at work, homeboy. I get down like that. You understand? Black Cherry, what it do? Yeah, block. Who you say? Who you say? Block. And okay, blocker. Matter of fact, Black Cherry, ain't you a mod? Blocker. If you ain't a mod, you comment after the after the live, and I'll make you one so you can block that ass. Hey man, you know I trust my mods, man. Y'all know what the rules is, and if they getting way out of pocket, just do your thing. Y'all don't need my permission. Get them out of here. If they get too out of pocket, get them out of here. We don't need them. Don't need them at all. All right, y'all. Look, I was thinking, since we had such a good one with this one, I was gonna come with some crime, but I'm tired from last night. Yeah, all you gotta do, Black Cherry, is comment after the live go in the real comments, and then I can find you and mod you. No problem. Cause you know I can't be seen everywhere all the time. I got to have eyes behind my head. You understand? On the lookout side of the game. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah. Talking to me, and y'all over here roaming around looking like this. This y'all. This them y'all. Don't let them talk to y'all any y'all type of way. And this they ancestors right here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't do that. Look at that. Olga. Look at Olga. Look at Olga down there on all four. Look. And they trying to intellectualize it. I know they embarrassed like a mug. That's kind of how we felt watching Roots. You said, you sent the history lesson to the IG. Well, hold on. Hold on. Is it time for us to learn something? Wait a minute. Wait. Don't threaten me with a good time, bucko. Let's see what we got here. Gotcha. Following you back. Let me see what you got here, bucko. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's learn something real quick. Oh, can I speed this up? Oh, we got that song behind it. That day after day. I like that too. It's funny. And I can't speed it up on damn man, I can't speed it up on Insta, but I can show it. But I can show it. I can show it though. Is that your people? Is that your folks? That look like George Bush. Is that your folks, dog? Shout out. Thanks. Hey, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, J Lava. On Instagram, it's keep it P. It's keep it P IG. Keep it P, and then IG. Oh yeah. Reflection. I appreciate that. I wish I could play what Cuz talk about because he really talking about something back there. But hey, because me personally, I'm on their ass about everything. Y'all should see my comment section over here. It is spent with. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you. Like right now, I'm talking about if I went to Facebook right this second. If you look over here to the Woot, right, you will see all of these. Look, 71 others commented on your joint. If I click on that, I knew where it was gonna take me. They are so mad about this dude being the devil. All I'm doing is answering comments, and I'm talking about I'm at their neck too. Like I don't even care. Let me see. Oh, this make it real big. I didn't think I could do it that big. Okay, look, check this out, man. These comments over here. I don't know if y'all. Damn, y'all see. Okay, y'all got to be on. Y'all got to get on the landscape view so you can see the comments real big. Otherwise, I know they look real small over there on the portrait. But as y'all see, like I'm answering every comment there is. Like I'm not letting you get past without saying something to you. See, I'm like, he's like, why is the judge considered a devil when Carmelo is the one that killed somebody? I said the same reason you're being intentionally obtuse about the circumstances, you little devil. That's my favorite thing. I'm calling them. Look, I had responded to somebody. White culture, I feel like, is touching kids, killing the whole family, and school shootings. That pissed him off so bad. That got a long line under this. Like that comment right there. He was like, he's like, don't let it bother you, Your Honor. It just means that you're doing the Lord's work. The devil works extra hard when you're doing things, the right things. And I was like, yeah, Lord Satan, you little devil. I'm talking about I'm petty. Like I'm super duper petty. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. This is funny. I be giving them that work over here. Wait a minute. Cuz said, J Lava, that may be who you worship, but I know where I'm going, straight to heaven. I was like, I do too, to that spoiled mail jar in the sky. ah, I was like, you walk right into that one, huh, buddy? ah, and this one said, that's your Lord, not ours. We don't support cold-blooded murderers. I said, all your national heroes and forefathers are. Stop lying. I'm giving them the work. I'm giving them the work. You understand? There's not I'm not letting no look right when we hit talking right now. You see at the bottom of the screen, look, they commenting right now because I'm over there giving them the beeswax. I'm like, good. I don't give a damn about what you think, devil. And she said, yeah, it's okay. Everyone knows you're too retarded to think like the rest of the world. I said, the world already tries to be me already. We don't follow trends and thoughts, we create them. He said, J Lava, that's the dumbest shit I've read today. J Lava this, J Lava that, J Lava this. I was like, you're right. I don't think like kid touching snow roaches. Oh my God. I don't give a damn about these folks. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going insult for insult, threat for threat, joke for joke, meme for meme. I don't care. And y'all should too. I would encourage y'all to match all energies. Just to match the energy. Give it to them extra. Look at this. There's thousands of more comments. This joint got 2,100 comments on there. And I'm touching them all. I'm telling you. Go if you got some free time, go look at this chat, man. I wish I was the kind of dude that could look people up and like expose their job and all that, but I ain't got time for all of that. I ain't got time for all of that. But if somebody went to my page and researched these people, they be crashing out in my comment section. They're crashing all the way out over here. It says, no, the only devil in the video is Carmelo. Carmelo ain't even in the video, ma'am. What the hell are you talking about, ma'am? What did I say to her? Hold on, what did I say? To David. No, that's his name is David. What did I say to him? Because I know I said something to him. I say something to everybody. I said, what did I say to him? I said, yo, devil ass. He said, I was like, he's like, no one's the devil in this video. I was like, yo, devil ass commenting is, look, they put up memes. I bet you I put up a nice meme to that too. I probably laughed. I laughed at it. And gave him some business right back. What did I get? Let me see what I gave him right back. Let me see how petty I got. Y'all can see these shits go back weeks. Like I don't care when you replied. I'm getting you. I was like, look, so he put up this thing with the bone in the mouth. Look, I put up this. You little mad cracker. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see the mad cracker? I gave him the mad cracker. Oh yeah, I ain't letting nothing slide. I don't care. I got time for you. I was like, but that ain't me. But is this you? And it's funny because it's a mad cracker with a little mini wiener. Hold on, I can't even get that. I can't even get this notification out the way. Damn it. Let me see. Damn, I can't get the notification out the way, y'all. So y'all can see his little cracker wiener. There you go. his little ween. Getting at these dudes. Straight up. I don't give a good god darn. Anyway, you know me. I get petty for the night. I don't even care. So proud, Saltine. Yeah, man, listen, man. These folks don't bother me. I'm calling them honkies, all of that. Snow roaches, honkies, envelopes, 8.5s, translucent swamp monkeys, flower rangers, goddamn cornstarch warriors, goddamn whatever. I don't care. I'm giving y'all this. You know, like I thought about my channel being like the Black Fox News, but instead of doing lies and propaganda, all we got to do is like kind of tell the truth, but just say it really raw. Y'all like that? I think we the Black Fox News. I always thought of myself like the Black Fox News. You know what I'm saying? You know how they brash with their little racism and their lies. Well, all we got to do is tell the truth for the people, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm definitely a proud FBA. The FBA ain't never too far. Look, the FBA ain't never too far. It ain't never too far. No. It's right on deck. It's right there. It's right there. Yeah. It's right there. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm a moja, folja, and scoja about being on code, and I got 4 words for you. You know what I'm saying? FBA all day, for sure. Speaking of FBA all day, that's a great segue, my friend. Speaking of that, y'all can go on over there to Say It With Your Chest, B1 gear for the family. Hold on real quick now, because I got some little specials and some little deals. Hold on, check it out now. Check it out. 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 Let me show you something, boy. Uh-oh. Got that say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? That B1 gear for the family. And just so happens for you, you know what I'm saying, if you's a proud FBAer, I forgot about these. We got them ex-FBA fixations. You know what I'm saying? People got that fixation on FBA. So we got them FBA fixations and couple different colors. We got them. We come into Washington to get our check and, a few different colors. We got them cut the check for foundational Black Americans. That's exactly what it says there. We have those I boycotted today hoodies and shirts. The I boycotted today joints. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got them F them people. Say it loud. F chow. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. This one is what I meant to say. We got them F them people. Say it loud. F chow. You know what I'm saying? We got them. Hold on, let me go to the next page. We got them. Are you mad because I'm foundational? You ain't mad because I'm foundational, is you? Got them. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the standard issue. This the one. The standard issue FBA. You know what I'm saying? In all them colors. You know what I'm saying? The foundational Black American Joan. You know what I'm saying? That standard issue. Pink for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? White for the fellas. Blue. You know what I'm saying? Go some Jordans or something. Something. You know what I'm saying? I got them. And then also we got them. I keep forgetting about the John Henry Clarks. The We Have No Friends. The We Have No Friends is pretty dope. I like it in yellow, honestly. Red is pretty fire. The blue ones is what it do ones too, or actually that one or the dark blue. The black, the baby blue is pretty fresh too. The John Henry Clark, We Have No Friends. You know what I'm saying? Got them too. And let's not forget though. Let's not forget about the on code arsenal. I don't know why I never mention these things, but let me mention them. If y'all look in the link in the description on your perspective YouTube channel, you will see a link for the on code arsenal. What is the on code arsenal, Jay? The on code arsenal is the full FBA survival kit. What do you get? You get Abolish the Slave Patrol. The DVD I made is 45 minutes. Modern origins of modern policing. Abolish the Slave Patrol. You get the playbook for Tethers and Culture Vultures, the digital download. You also get the ebook, the definitive guide to staying on code. And then you also get Stay on Code, the handbook, the digital download, and that Foundational Foolery album with that hit song Devils on it. Yeah, that Devils is got them over here on Facebook. Super tight, all in their feelings. I would encourage you to stream it, or make some content and put utilize some AI, make some people some devils, and go ahead and put that in your content. Because over here, me making these folks devils got them all in their feelings, all up in them, y'all. In their feelings, they are in. So and just to give you, I guess a little sneak peek of the song.
Why pets get prayers, but our sons get chalk?
See, that's the devil song right there.
Y'all some
Listen up to get.
You're some damn devil.
Man, I want to send a
You know what I'm saying?
gentlemen. Man, I want to send a congratulations.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all some damn devils.
You're some damn. Y'all some damn devils. It ain't no other way.
That's right. You understand where I'm coming from? So go stream those songs and support the movement. Don't forget about the Foundational Foolery album. Don't forget about the On Code Arsenal, where you get 5 of our greatest productions for $30. That's all it is. Little dirty 30. Get you a movie, get you a book, get your album. You get a movie, book, album, and some digital downloads, man. That's a great joint. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm emoji for just told you about being on code. And you know, I got 4 words for you. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike in the algorithm, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out to Doha. For Shoha, you already know.